This is another video brought to you by the Ichiban Productions. Like, comment, subscribe. So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. So we're here today with an unusual review for this channel. This time looking at a face mask produced by Under Armour. It's a very, very weird time we find ourselves in, and to think that I'm actually going to review a face mask on this channel is absolutely bonkers. But unfortunately, this is something we all need to wear if we want to go out into the shops. Now, I don't want to cause arguments about whether we have to wear them or we shouldn't have to wear them, or by choice and this, that, and the, oh no, I don't want to get into all that. And I also don't want to get into the argument between non-medical face masks and medical face masks. Basically, I want to talk as a regular, everyday, normal guy who wears a face mask to go shopping, and he wants to get something that's really comfortable, that's not going to leave him uncomfortable. So, let's get into it. I think before we open this, let's put some context on what the face mask that I'm currently using looks like. So, we've got two sets of face masks. So, we've got the homemade face masks. So my mama, she's a bit of a seamstress. She makes face masks, you know, she enjoys doing a little bit of that. Now the problem is the sizing is a little bit too big, but the effort's there. I really like this one. It's got a bit of gardening wire in here so you can bend and shape it over your nose. But in terms of the coverage, you know, it's just like having fabric over your face. It's not very breathable, but, you know, it gets its job done. I also want to do a special notice to these brand new ones that my mom's given us. So they are children in need special ones. Again, you can see how much better she's got with this. This one's been used. It's a bit out of shape, but look how fresh and G-fresh this one is. Real nice. And for the record, that was my dad's favourite children in need shirt that she cut up and made that face mask from. So this is what you could be wearing, something like that. I also think there's a little pocket in there, or there used to be on the old ones that my mum made, where you could put like an anti-bac wipe in there. You know, she says it's good. I'm not going to argue with it. Oh yeah, look, there you go. Anti-bac wipe goes in there to protect you. Anyway, that's what you could be wearing. The other style that I've been wearing are some of the more commercially available ones. I'm sure some of you guys will recognise this. If any of you look on Hot UK Deals, you know that Adidas does a great deal. I think they're about 15 quid, but there's always like a 20% off code, so it makes it about 11, 12 quid for 3 of these. You know, these are, you know, it's quite sporty ones, breathable materials. There's a nice bit of stretch on them. So the loops here are quite thin. You know, inside you've got some sort of little pouch here that is meant to aid in the breathability of everything. You can wash them. This one's been washed several times, so it's lasted quite well. So my problem with these ones are they're a little bit better for the breathability than the homemade ones, I must admit. But the two things I don't like, so one, this one is one size fits all, and I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, not everyone's faces are the same. So therefore, some of them are tighter or not too tight, or too big or too small on your face. Me personally, this is a little bit too small, so these pull on my ears, make me look like I have Dumbo ears. You know, it's just not very comfortable for long periods of time. Plus also, I guess it's a little bit too tight. It covers my mouth, and it keeps all the hot air circulating around your face. And I don't know about you, you don't want all condensation, you know, you don't want to take your mask off and have to wipe all that off your face. So it's not perfect. It's doable. It's been lasting. You know, I've enjoyed it. It's done a good job so far, but I want something that, one, is a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more suited for my face size, and hopefully is a little bit more breathable, because I like to be able to, you know, I don't want to feel hot at all, you know, covered up and all the horribleness that comes with face masks. So I did a bit of research online and came across this one a little bit by luck, and I found this Under Armour Sportsmask. Straight off the bat, let's talk about what makes this special. So this has had a lot of design time put into this. I know apparently pre-orders in America came out in June and it wasn't released until August. There's a lot of time and effort gone into this to make it quite special. Now the price of this is a bit steep, so if my dad watches this he needs to cover his ears, but it's £26. Oh, it is steep and expensive, but I think it offers something special that a lot of other masks, in my opinion, from my research, don't tend to offer. I know what you're thinking Ichiban, what are those special features? Well, I think the website sums it up really, really well. So first of all, it's available in multiple sizes, so you can get one to fit your face, which I think is really important, because the amount of people that I see with tiny masks or giant masks walking about is unbelievable, and it completely defeats the point. Now, on the website, it does give you a guide on measuring your face, believe it or not, to figure out what the right size for you is. So you got this one there, and then you got the one for the coverage on the top, which I think is absolutely superb. Get the size that fits you. There's no point wearing a mask if it doesn't fit you. Now, what are the special features on this? It has a 3-layered system. So believe it or not, you know, let me cut all the special words and all this jibber jabber out to make sure it actually means something to you. So first one, we've got the outside, which is waterproof. So fundamentally, it's going to keep the water out. In the middle, it's got a breathable layer that allows air to pass through, so you know, air and moisture can get out the mask if you're on the inside. And the most importantly, the bit I was most interested in is they called it an ISO chill, which means that it should keep the mask cool on the inside whilst you're wearing it. Now that's a bold statement. Do I believe that? I'm not sure about it, but I have worn it, so I can give you my opinions on whether that's true or not. The other bit that I've noticed on the top is it's got a metal strip within the side, so you can bend the mask over so it covers your nose nicely. Now, is it worth the money? Well, first of all, let's open it up, let's show it here, and then I'll talk to you about my experiences with it. Taking a look at the front, it's very, very nicely packaged here. It's in a sealable little bag. It's non-refundable, believe it or not. Well, obviously it would be, because you're not going to want to wear someone else's mask. But I do like the design on the front. It's sort of like the black, sleek Under Armour logo on there. On the back, it's got all the details, you know, all the selling points here. You know, you can read for yourself because you know what I think about reading. That's the little seal that I removed because I have wore this already. All the information's there. I got mine from JD Sports. Oh, it was quite an experience going in there. It's not the place I normally go. I'll save that for another time. But as we open it up, very, very straightforward. A nice little pop open. And when you open it up, you greet it with two things. You greet it with the mask itself and the nice little pouch to store it in, which I think is a lovely touch. Taking a look at the pouch first. So it's got this little logo on the front. Very, very nice. Bit of a stretchy material there. An instruction card in the middle. Now this is my sort of instruction card. No writing, nothing like that. You can just read it and know what to do. So step 1, wash your hands. Step 2, take out the mask. And I ain't going to read the rest of you. Make sure it's over your ears. Pierce it close so nothing can get through. Lovely. And when you take it off, wash it. Wash your hands. Fold it up. Put it inside the bag. You're done. Now that is my sort of instructions. The bag itself, it's a nice size. It's the right size for the mask. It fits nice treat. And it's got itself this little drawstring toggle thing to close and seal it up. It's really nice. If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because I know a lot of people take their mask, they bang it in the bag. If you've got any of that, you know, that awful stuff on the outside, all you're doing is kind of moving it and putting it inside your bag. So at least putting it inside this bag is protecting your other bag. I said bag a lot of times there, but you know what I'm saying. It protects it from spread. So I do like that. It's a nice little touch. I'd expect for the money to have one of these. So I'm glad it's included. Taking a look at the mask itself, the first thing I want to point out is the hoops that go over your ears. These are so much more comfortable than the Adidas ones. So bring that in just for comparison. This is, you know, it's much smaller, much thinner piece of elastic. It's got way more stretch to it than this one does. But this, I can honestly say, is so much more comfortable around your ear. The Under Armour is much, much nicer in that regard. Looking at the outside design of the Under Armour mask, I really like the exterior side of that. I think it's a really nice pattern design. It fits really nicely around your mouth, and it's got a really nice logo there because we know it's all about the logos really. But no, it is a really nice design. We've got the metal stretch bit at the top here so you can bend it around your nose as you want. Looking on the inside, we've got the tag that I need to cut off, but I thought I'd leave it in there nonetheless. So it's got that ISO chill mask, and it is cold to touch. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, it doesn't stay cool for a long period of time. It's cool when it puts on to start with, but it doesn't stay cool. So please don't expect it to be some sort of ice pack that covers your face with. But what I will honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, wearing this for a long period of time keeps your face much cooler than wearing the Adidas one. This causes your face to get hot really quickly, whereas the Under Armour one, I'm going to be 100% honest, in my personal opinion, kept my face cooler for a much longer period of time. In terms of holding in the moisture as well, the Adidas one, again, was a bit of a vacuum for holding that moisture inside. This one, I genuinely believe, lets a lot of the moisture out. When I've worn this for a long period of time, I've worn it for at least an hour and a half solid at one point. When I took it off, my face didn't feel damp. Whereas the Adidas one, in my opinion, did feel damp. It made me, the Adidas one made me want to take my mask off and constantly wipe my face, which completely defeats the point. I just didn't get that with this at all. Whatever the technology behind this is, it makes it much, much, much more wearable than the Adidas ones. So, in terms of my opinions for this, is it worth it? Well, it depends on your viewpoint. If you're one of those people that think wearing face masks is pointless, there's no point and all that and in that debate, then please don't even bother commenting or thinking about this. It's just not for you. However, if you are interested in the idea of being comfortable for longer period times wearing a mask, then I think this actually might be the one for you. I do understand that it is much more expensive than your typical face mask, but there is a huge difference between this and the Adidas ones, which are at about 15 quid for 3, and a massive difference between this and the, you know, the £2 or £3 one you're going to pick up in any old shop. If you're happy with just the basic one and you wear your mask and you get it off as soon as physically possible and you're only using it for a short period of time, you know, perhaps this isn't for you. But if you're like me, you know, you like to take your time browsing, you know, going around places, and, you know, you don't want to keep taking it on and off and all stuff like this, I think it's absolutely perfect. I would highly recommend this if you're the sort of person that gets uncomfortable in a traditional face mask. If wearing one of these leaves you uncomfortable, you know, a muggy on your face, this will solve that issue for you. It is pricey, but, you know, there's technology behind it. I do understand the Under Armour brand has gone, bam, instant extra cost on there, but it's not your typical face mask, in my personal opinion. Other people may disagree with me, but for me, I think it's worth every penny because I was comfortable wearing it, and ultimately, isn't that the most important thing, that you're physically comfortable wearing this? I know what you're thinking, it's time to put a score on it. So on this channel, we score things out of 5 stars. So what star am I going to put on the Under Armour? So it's going to have to be, bam, 4 stars. 4 stars out of 5 stars. So why does it lose a star? So it loses 1 star because of the price. I think it is expensive, but let's not let that get in the way of that. This is an absolutely superb product. If you're looking for a face mask that's going to be comfortable and you can wear for a long period of time, this is absolutely one that I would consider. My biggest piece of advice for you guys though is, if you're going to buy one of these, please follow the guides online, measure your face and get one that fits. If it's too small, it's not going to be comfortable, and if it's too big, it's going to be absolutely pointless. So get it just right, like the 3 little bears. Highly recommended. I would put a link in the description below, so please check it out for yourselves. So with that in mind, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that subscribed to my channels. I've absolutely shot up to 34 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic and means the absolute world to me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's a weird video, it's not my typical sort of video, so be interested to get your feedbacks on it. If you've got any comments, please post them in the comment section below. I always make sure I get to everybody that comments, because it does mean a lot to me that you spend a bit of time of your personal day commenting on my videos. If you've got any questions, please post them below and I'll try and answer them the best I can. Hopefully this was a bit more of a rapid review, because, you know, a face mask is a face mask and it's purely my personal opinions. Hopefully it's proved useful for you. Last but not least, you know what I'm going to say. Look after yourselves, take care of the people around you, and most importantly, stay out of trouble.